Alrighty then, hello. It is I, Felix, and I am here with some Limbus company. I'm gonna go through Canto VII and hopefully have a blast. I already like the Dawn we're seeing here with that long hair. She looks absolutely beautiful. And I'm hoping I can get that ego at some point. But I'm guessing that's the ego that you're gonna get with the season pass. And I don't buy the season pass, so life sucks for the people that don't want to spend any money on Limbus Company. Well, not really, because I'll be able to get it anyway, just from buying it from Shards. So, technically, not that bad. I'm imagining it's gonna be a bleed ego, by the way, because the whole vampire, well, bit. So, I don't really have a bleed Dawn ego all readied up. I do have the middle sister Dawn, so that's a bleed ego. So I might make a bleed team next just so that I can use this ego more often. But we'll see what we get. We'll see what we get. And I do remember that I turned off the music because usually when I play this awful stream, I have the music off because I'm doing something else, and then it just kind of gets in the way of me. Well, it's more that I have something in the background just listening to it. I have actually synced this account with one on my phone so that I can play it wherever I go. So usually now I do my grinding on my phone. Just because for whatever reason I have easier time just grinding on my phone. Because I can just, when I'm laying in bed and it's late and I don't really feel like sleeping yet, but I also don't really want to do anything active, I'll just go do a mirror dungeon in Limbus Company. I'm just gonna quickly do this. Do settings, audio. Fitting that the first thing we hear is just a snippet of Dawn. Alright, as you can see, I haven't really done too much with the season pass. I know some people that are already at the level 90 mark, so that's freaking insane to me. I'm pretty sure with a mirror dungeon... Sorry about it. Ooh. With a mirror dungeon you get maybe 3 or 4 levels if you complete it, so they want to complete everything. Oh, okay. Explosions. I don't know if you could hear that, but there was an explosion in the background. It's probably something to do with fireworks, seriously. I don't know who keeps firework 24/7 for 352 days a year, but a lot of the time it's insane. But yeah, so... they want to get to 120 just in the first week, which I find a little bit insane. Mainly because first of all you can't even get the final reward until this date. So I don't really see the point in breaking your back farming like that. But you get what, like 3 or 4 level passes if you complete the mirror dungeon when you already completed it once a week. You had to, well, I guess you only have to complete the mirror dungeon maybe 30 times, probably a little bit less because you get the first pass as well. So yeah, I personally still wouldn't do it, but hey, I guess plus the pass missions, you would probably have to end up doing it 20-ish times, which isn't as bad, but I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. I can barely get through 1 mirror dungeon a week, and even that is stretching it from time to time. I just, for the life of me, cannot be bothered. I think mirror dungeons can be fun, but only when there's new stuff added into it. Where, at this point with Wuthering Heights, it's just the same for me. And the problem is I don't have enough egos to make proper teams, so I can't even switch my team comp to make it interesting. So, technically not the game's fault, but hey. Oh hey, Hermit. I wasn't talking about how you farmed a lot for this season at all. By the way, there's a crap ton of dialogue. Get ready to speed read. I can't speed read for crap, so I'm also just gonna see how far I can get in 2 hours, and we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. I do need to level up my guys a little bit. I'll prioritize. Actually, how many boxes do I have? Because I might want to buy. Let's see, I don't have 200 boxes, unfortunately, so I could probably try and getting 400 fragments to get that other Faust, but I feel like it's not worth it. I can see the light level 90, 96, and I'm starting my final 8 runs. I literally could never do that. I've already talked about it, but fucking hell, I just can't. I just complete 1 or 2 mirror dungeons at this point a week at most, and that's because I synced my game with my my phone, so I can just do it whenever I am bored and I'm somewhere I don't have my PC. But I couldn't do it otherwise. But yeah, we'll level up Dawn first. I got a couple. I don't have that many tickets, but I'm hoping I can at least get 6 people to level up. So, okay, so it takes about 13 tickets. Probably slightly less if I do this. Yeah, so it takes about 12 tickets, let's say, plus the other ones, which I have enough of, to level up a Sinner to 50. So I have 87, which means that I'm able to level up 7-ish Sinners, I think. Yeah, I'm able to level up 7 Sinners, maybe 8 if the remaining tickets are enough. So I should have enough to at least level up my team to 50, which is good, which is absolutely good. Me saving up some tickets for when this shit happens is 100% worth it. Let's see, level you up. Yep, there we go. Ooh, level booster to 50. I feel like they can just throw out the level boosters that aren't the max level when the new level booster shows up, personally, because who the hell is gonna use those level boosters later? I thought I saw a message pop up. Maybe I'm becoming paranoid. I just feel like who is gonna use the level booster to level a identity to 30 at this point? It's really not worth it in the slightest. Let's see. Should I use this Heathcliff? We're not in a dungeon, and I'm not sure if the last is gonna be a dungeon, or should I use multi-crack Heathcliff? Both could work. I feel like multi-crack Heathcliffs clashing ain't the best, at least in my experience, so... But he would probably be used in long-form content. Chain battle now. Okay, chain battles, fuck it. I'm just gonna go with Rabbit Heathcliff, and I more than likely will be able to... God, I can't believe that Sunflower Heathcliff, aside from Rabbit Heathcliff, is the only one that I've uptied for. That's kinda insane if you think about it. But he was too good in the previous chapter for me not to do it. God, so little. It's literally just a fucking sliver. I feel like I'm wasting my silver tickets here. Jeez. Alright, level 50. Let's see, whom else do we wish to level up? Probably Otis. There we go. I do like Otis's... I like Otis's W Corp. I was mainly looking at her skill. What do we call this again? Skill motion? Skill affinity. Skill affinities to see which new W Corp I wanted. I had to choose between Yi Sang and Otis, and from what I'm seeing, Yi Sang's passives and also his Sin affinity doesn't really gel well with the team I have right now, so I went for Otis, which gels slightly better. Now I'm just looking for Rhino Mersault and also multi-crack Faust, but I need way more boxes for that, so gonna have to wait. Okay, I got these 3. I'm not really sure if I want to bother 50ing W Corp, W Corp Faust or Mersault, because I'm looking to replace them soon. So I guess we'll leave it at that for now, and if we're really struggling, then we'll just figure it out, I'd say. Yeah, let's just get our best ones out there for now. I changed things up a little bit because let's see. Because I was doing mirror dungeons and stuff. Alright, this should do. Still don't have him at max uptie. Yeah, whatever, it's fine. Alrighty then. I think that's everything we need to do before we enter the new Canto. Yes, okay. Alright, alrighty. Anything I want to do here? Don't really think there's anything. I wouldn't mind this new Mersault, if I'm gonna be honest, because I think he looks pretty cool. But, you know, I already am in look for another Mersault, so I don't really think it's worth getting this one. Even though I really like his animations. Look at that. Beautiful. Those quick slashes with light. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely. Look at these animations for a quick second while I am right back. Oh, wrong one. Alrighty then, I'm back. I really don't know what it is. Whenever I start streaming, I immediately have to go to the bathroom. Alright, let's go. We're gonna have a lot of reading in the beginning, I imagine. Let's see. I don't actually know how many parts of this there are. I think they're gonna have 3 parts for the Canto, but I mean how many? About 20. Alright. Depending on how long these story segments are, I might not be able to finish this in 2 hours. Ooh. Just the night approaches. Well, approaches. I feel like I'm mispronouncing that with great haste. Alright.
이 어둠을 헤치고 나아가 세상에 둘도 없는 가족의 축복과 친절한 허락을 받으며 모든 위험한 것들을 물리치고 행복에 닿을 수 있을 것이니 의심할 여지 없이.
Alright.
오늘 나에게 일어날 모험 또한 기가 막히겠구나. 그리고 우리에게 일어날 모험이기도 하지.
Alright, hold up a second. My brain. There we go. Also, you better appreciate me changing the eyes and everything. It was your idea, Hermit. It was your idea. It was your idea, so appreciate it. It's always weird seeing myself stream like that. I'm looking on YouTube right now. It was actually really easy to change the color of the eyes, so... Also, I found the, what do we call it, the assets for Limbus Company's game, so I'm really happy about that. Makes it a lot easier to find backgrounds for my webcam, fake webcam thingy.
다들 기억하지? 무릇 해결사란 생각은 순수하게, 말은 정직하게.
Okay, is it me or does this voice sound familiar? I feel like I've heard it before and not in Limbus Company specifically. Maybe they're using the same voice actress as they used in Library of Runa. I could see that, but this sounds really familiar, but I just can't quite put my finger on it. God, this is actually bothering me. This voice sounds really familiar.
모험은 용맹스럽게 하고 고난은 견뎌가며.
Wait, isn't this Angela? No. No way. Is this Angela? She kind of sounds similar, but I feel like it might not be. This doesn't seem like something Angela would say. That's why I don't think it's actually Angela. Yeah, maybe I just can differentiate voices that speak in a different language. Wouldn't that be crazy? Does sound really familiar though.
어려운 자들에게는 자비롭.
Okay, no, this is definitely Angela. This is definitely Angela, right? I'm not crazy.
마지막에는
Maybe it's Angelica, not Angela. Ah, fuck, maybe.
목숨을 걸고서라도 꿈을 잡으러 가는 거야. 이 중 하나라도 지키지 못한다면 내가 찾아와서 너희 둘의 머리통을 때릴 테니까.
Wait, it's the way it's the way she says some of the words that's really making my head, like something in the back of my head, feel like I've heard it before. I really do feel like she... Is it her cadence sounds a bit like Angela's? It's really weird. Maybe it's just a Korean way of speaking.
언제나 긴장하며 똑바로 나아가도록.
그거 참 치사한 협박이 아닐 수 없군. 나를 치사하네. 치사하다 말했네.
What is it this time?
이 몸의 차례가 온 줄 알았는데. 그래서 이번에야말로 마무리를 멋지게 해내고 싶었는데.
You technically did, you just don't remember.
신문에 제대로 이름을 날릴 수도 있었을 절호의 기회였는데.
Uh-huh. Returning to P-Corp Warp Train Station seemed to always remind Don Quixote of our last misadventure. She'd repeated that exact same complaint a few times by now. Wait, are you still complaining about time killing time? Seriously, Dom? It's been a couple days now. Calm the heck down.
응? 그런데 왜 그렇게 얼굴 표정이 우거지상인 것인가, 나리?
I don't even have an expression, let alone a face.
그렇지 않소, 나리. 보이지 않는 것인겐가?
I don't look in the mirror often, Don, so no.
조그마한 동물이나 심지어 남들이 하찮다고 하는 풀떼기라 하더라도 다 마음이란 것이 있다네. 그러니 당연히 표정도 있을 수밖에. 그렇기에 우리는 어떤 것이든 약하다여 무시하지 말고 올곧은 마음으로 정의를 항상 행해야 한다. 이 말일세.
I have no fucking clue what you're saying. Like, what? Are you telling me to look inside of people's souls instead of just their body? Because...
누가 쟤또 입 열게 했냐?
듣고 있는가?
I do really like how they move Don Quixote's sprite. Just that little going up and down, it's perfect. Some time ago, in the freight car of the warp train. Don Quixote? Hey, can you hear me? Say something? Don Quixote regards me silently. No, that's some eldritch being who I can't help but wish is Don Quixote gazing at me. She opens her mouth. My instinct is screaming at me to not listen to her, but... Don Quixote?
끝난 것인가?
No? I don't think it's the end.
그런가? 나에게 로신한테를 부탁하지.
I I don't know if I gave her the right answer. Though my answer was an almost instinctual relay of a thought that manifested in my head. Don Quixote closed her eyes upon hearing my reply, as though drifting away into a gentle pleasant dream. And I carefully slipped the ragged pair of running shoes she called Rocinante onto her feet. Gah. You know, I imagine that those feet have to stink because she never changes her shoes and can't undo them. Ugh. Some people are into that, but I am decidedly not. I cannot stand people not washing themselves properly because the smell is just insanity to me. It's just ugh. And I make a silent wish. Let her blood red eyes never ever open again.
벌써 도착한 것인가? 아니! 이게 어떻게 된 것인가? 우리가 쫓던 그 악독한 혈기가 어찌하여 흔적도 없이 사라져 버렸는가?
Don Quixote.
설마 나리가 그자를 잡은 것인가?
And back to the present.
아쉽긴 하네. 우리 중에 파우스트랑 단테 말곤 아무도 마지막 장면을 보지 못했다는 건.
엄밀히 말하자면 그 자리에 저자도 있었다. 혈귀를 눈앞에 두고 볼썽사납게 기절해버렸다니. 림버스 컴퍼니의 수치 그 자체로군. 림컴수
Souls. I don't know what that stands for. I am no St. Clair apparently.
우리도 기절한 건 똑같지 않냐?
Okay, that's cute.
역시 저라도 남아있었어야 했는데 말입니다.
그렇게 혈기가 무서웠던 거예요, 돈키호테 씨? 괜찮아요. 전 이해할 수 있어요.
진정한 영웅은 각종의 모욕에도 구태의연하게 견뎌야 하는 법.
Oh, hello everyone. Are you doing today? I'm doing alright personally. I'm just going through Canto VII, trying to enjoy Don Quixote for all she's worth.
확실히 결정적인 순간을 놓친 건 로자 씨 말대로 좀 아쉽긴 하네요. 저희가 본 건 열차 안에 터져 있는 그 혈귀의 파편들과 어떻게 해야 할지 감이 안 온다는 분위기를 풀풀 풍기는 단테뿐이었거든요.
I'm at BP level 76, which, Jesus, seriously, the Hermit is on 96 or something, and you're on 76. I feel like a damn peasant with my 23, but I also feel like the only person with some sanity left, with not continuously farming that mirror dungeon. Insane. Really can't do it, mate. I can personally not do that farming that much. I was standing confused, was I? Yep, totally confused, not just terrified of the Eldritch Abomination that's Don Quixote.
안돼! 깨워주지 그랬는가? 이 양뺨 싸다구를 철썩 때리는 한이 있더라고.
그래서 정확히 무슨 일이 일어났었던 건가요?
My sanity can't fall below minus 40. Don't you mean minus 45? Or did you say specifically minus 40? Because you don't want to go into attack us with your ego. Also, hello Kuro, how you be doing? My bro has I can't read that. You know, I really wish that I could show both the YouTube chat and the Twitch chat at the same time, but I'm not really sure how to do that, so it's a damn shame, and I'm too lazy to figure it out. Maybe one day, when I'm not super lazy. I already told you guys earlier, didn't I? What?
그게
Oh, I meant what I said. I am near inhuman to total mental collapse. Oh, I'm totally not. I am as fragile as a snowflake in summer? Does that make sense? I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that I have +4 fragile on my sanity, and I will break if I go too far with anything, so not for me.
혹시 머리에 불길이 치솟으면서 횡설수설하셨던 그때처럼 정신착란 증세를 보인 것은 아니십니까?
You You know, I've really started to come around to Otis. At first I thought she was just an ass kisser, and now I know she's just an ass kisser, but she's an hilarious ass kisser, so... I think it was the moment in Time Killing Time where she was just looking at Dante as she wasn't picked. Totally beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh no, it's fuck. Otis began glaring at me warily, as though my clock head was about to explode at any moment. That didn't happen.
아니더라.
By the way, who's gonna be the next sinner that we're gonna get a Canto for? Kinda weird that I'm already thinking about it when we just started the new Canto, but... Is it Otis or Mersault? I feel like it's... Yeah, no worries. Ooh, wait, Gregor? We already did Gregor. My brain automatically forgets anything done over 24 hours ago. If it wasn't important, like people's faces, minor pain and suffering, and minor grievances, I can't remember major spite and hate. Accentus. Oh, Hong Lu. Alright. I'm somewhat interested in it. I feel like I'm most interested in Faust's Canto and Otis's Canto, personally, at this point, from the ones that are left. I'm also a little bit curious about Ryushi, but that's because we've literally we haven't seen much about Ryushi when it comes to her past. Next week we have Otis and Honolulu. Gregor also got leaked. Well, I wouldn't mind another Gregor Canto, but I imagine that it will be a interfollow where Gregor gets the spotlight the same way Rhodia got, right? I really hope that Gregor does, because the Rhodia and Gregor got done kinda dirty with their Cantos because they were the first two when Cantos only really started getting really good at Canto 3, right? So those two got done really dirty, so I'm hoping that they'll get some character development in the interfollows. Then we enter Purgatoria. Is that a cat pun? Is that Purgatoria a cat pun? Well, whatever. I am curious about the last couple of Cantos, so that's gonna be interesting. It's kind of insane that we're already on Canto 7, though. It feels like barely any time has passed since Limbus Company actually got introduced. It's crazy.
그럼 상대를 바꿔서 다른 목격자셨던 파우스트 씨 하실 말씀 있으신가요?
Oh, you have people on YouTube. My bro is... Oh, you have people on YouTube? My bro is expanding. Well... There's one guy on YouTube, Plagueis, and I'm glad he is there. The Divine Comedy is divided in 3 parts: Inferno, Purgatorio... Oh, so you're saying that we're gonna get multiple parts of the story. So, do you think we'll get... How do you properly say this? Do you think we're gonna get 12 cantos for each part of the story? Each one focusing on the sinner? Because that would be pretty interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing that. That would give everybody some more time to shine. But I wonder if they'll go in the same order every time, or if they'll change it up a little bit. I feel like they should change it up, because if they keep going in the same order of Sinner Cantos, it would get a bit too predictable, even though we've already predicted which way the Sinner Cantos are gonna go, but still.
그럼 다시 탄테 씨에게.
I say we'll get 12, 13 cantos per segment, which makes 36, 39 cantos in total, and 2 interfollows per canto. Oh damn, it's Virgilus! I have no idea if it was a coincidence or not, but Virgilus stepped in just in the right moment to divert the sinners away from me.
알다시피 우리는 피사에서 의뢰를 받았다. 매번 같은 패턴이니 이제는 설명해 주지 않아도 감을 잡고 있겠고.
What was B Corp again? I don't remember.
네네. 이번에도 뒤틀림인지 환상차인지 때려잡고
Did we ever see B Corp before?
그러시겠다고.
Yeah, see you later, man. I say, well, oh, I already read that.
그리고 끝에 곁에 가서는 황금 가지를 우리가 차지할 수 있는 의뢰라는 것도 알고 있네.
I feel like Don Quixote is the first sinner that isn't trembling in their boots when their canto comes up. Seriously, both Heathcliff and Ishmael were absolutely terrified. I suppose Yi Sang wasn't, but he didn't really realize that we were gonna do his canto, I believe. Where Rhodia didn't realize until a certain point either, and for Gregor it was all just new. Well done, as a split personality, so yeah. So, which personality you guys be liking more so far? Of course we have seen this Dawn way more, but I could imagine some people absolutely loving the more serious version of Dawn. We have no idea what P Corp is, but the Apno shelter of the 27th of March might be an allusion to P Corp, because the grates in the shelter have the logo P and the little lore snippet says P Corporation. So, the Apno shelter of the 27th of March is from Lobotomy Corporation, right? It's the one that allows you to basically safe keep a specific employee, but at the cost of everything else going to shit, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I remember that. I actually used that, I do remember using that specific anomaly when I was playing Lobotomy Corporation. Not Lobotomy, Lobotomy Core, or... Fuck, all these L's, damn it. But yeah, so y'all be taking the Blood Fiend, huh? I think they work together pretty damn well.
그래. 저 둘이 대답할 정도면 나머지도 확실하게 알고 있다는 거겠지.
I wonder if we're gonna get a Mersault and Dawn moment in this chapter, the same how we got an Ishmael Heathcliff moment in Ishmael's chapter. Like that, like Lobotomy Corporation knows what they're doing there, right? You know, P Corp has preserved canned ice cream. Preserved canned ice cream. That doesn't sound too tasty to me, but you think we're gonna get a moment where Mersault beats the shit out of Don Quixote when she loses herself? Didn't Dawn say that's what friends do?
하지만 이번 작전의 형태는 조금 아니 정정하지. 상당히 달라졌다.
It seems like you're a Mersault fan from your icon, right?
중에 제일 껄끄러워질 수 있을 거다.
뭐 안 그랬던 작전이 있었나요?
Also, I could see Mersault when Dawn gets all mad and everything, just walk up and like punch her in the face and then just say something really just what do we call it? Blunt, just saying without really any sort of emotion that she's getting in the way of the mission or something like that. I was so annoyed by the sun. Same here, I do not like the sun. Tip, don't go outside between 10 and 4 because that's when the sun is the brightest and the most dangerous for your skin. Pro tip from me.
갑자기 이 인원의 3배 정도 되는 사람들 사이에서 단체로 움직이거나 하면 좀 껄끄러울 수는 있겠지만
Mersault in the book shoots a Arab man because the sun annoyed him. Yeah, makes sense.
수감자들의 감은 나날이 좋아지는군요.
아, 정말인가요? 저 그냥 앞으로 무턱대고 추측하는 말은 하지 말까 봐요.
I would do the same. I do not want to get punished by Virgilus.
확정 사항이다.
At least not in the way that it will probably happen.
달려들 것이라고 하는 것보단 아군인 편이 낫지 않겠나.
Oh, are we gonna... You know what? I'm gonna leave my guesses to
합동
myself for
작전을
now.
한다는 것인가? 상대는 누구지?
아직 합동 작전에 대한 그
Would be cool if we get a bunch of fixer offices, right?
아팠던 기억이었어.
Maybe we'll see some more fan servers from Library of Runa. Which fixer offices have we not seen yet? We've seen the Cavity office or whatever it's called. You know, the ones that we saw during the interfollow on the beach. If you need lore refresher or reference to books and other things in this canto, I shall share what I know. Sure. If you see something that is a reference to the book specifically, please tell me, because I have not read the book. The only one that I actually surprisingly have read was Don Quixote, I'm pretty sure, but that was a really long time ago and I don't remember shit. So if you are knowledgeable about the actual books that these sinners are based off, I'll take it. Our mission at K-Corp was our first and last experience with a joint operation. Was it? Oh yeah, no, you're right. But that was different because that was just K-Corp himself, so I feel like that's not entirely the same.
아직도 그때 메르소의 팔 한쪽이 날아가서 기둥에 부딪히고 떨어졌던 게 생생하게 기억난다고.
I have lost knowledge of the books and the references. Well, then you'll be useful to have around, I'd say.
정확히는 견갑골 부위를 포함하고 있었다.
I really do like his blonde style of Mersault. It reminds me of me when I don't give a shit about anything.
그냥 이번에도 우리끼리 하면 안 돼? 다른 사람들은 영 도움도 안 되고 걸리적거리기만 할 걸.
저 녀석의 말에 적극 동의하게 되는 건 오랜만이군.
오만한 발언이군.
Message redacted? What you be redacting?
너희들만 그런 생각을 가지고 작전에 참여하진 않을 것이라는 점 꼭 기억하고 있는 게 좋을 거다. 이번 의뢰는 해결사 총괄 협회인 하나 협회에서 내건.
Ooh, the Hana Association. I doubt we're actually gonna see anybody high up in the Hana Association. Virgilus stopped himself, noticing an ominous aura from one of the sinners. Ominous? I don't really think this is ominous. Maybe to Virgilus? There's to Don Quixote, practically vibrating with excitement.
이쯤에서 아무나 돈 키호테 입증 대신 막아주도록.
내가 맞지.
죄구멍만한 사무소의 해결사가 아닌 어느 정도 인지도가 있는 협회 소속 해결사들의 모임이 될 수 있다는 거다.
Never change, Don. Never change.
내놈 주둥이 좀 가만히 놔둘 순 없나?
I'm so glad that Otis was here to stop Don Quixote from exploding into joy. Because if she hadn't, we'll be drawing the attention of every single person in a sizable radius around us.
그래서 뭐 어떤 걸 처리해야 되는 건데?
아니, 어떤 식으로 처리하는지가 궁금해.
뒷골목 해결사처럼 말씀하시네요.
Virgilus looked up just as Heathcliff asked his question.
자세한 건 때마침 우리에게
Oh, hey.
걸어오고 있는 의뢰자에게
Wait, is she wearing spandex or something? Huh. Weird. Well, that was the first bit. They are really going for that circuits theme, ain't they? Really going for that circus theme. Do like the design. I like the gold and black. Wait. Yeah, I think she's wearing some sort of spandex. It's kinda... You know what? I'll take it. You know, I like the suits that everybody wears in the world of Project Moon, but spandex are good too. Oh, I'm not complaining. So she's the one we were supposed to meet here at the station.
이거 특색 붉은 시선님을 뵈어 영광이군요.
Alright, I was just listening to the voice acting because I wanted to know if this was the voice we heard right at the beginning of the chapter, almost talking to Dawn. Oh, the name of the BP, Dawn, Ego, Yearning, Mercilla, the Abno named 400 Roses, according to the files, which gives the Ego gives Carmilla, the orator of the lesbian vampire trope. Mircalla is Carmilla's true. Yeah, Mircalla is Carmilla's true name, and Carmilla is an anagram for Mircalla. Yeah, funnily enough, that I actually knew that specifically because I was doing something in my D&D world that had something to do with Carmilla. So I actually did know that, surprisingly.
그 외에도 모두들
반갑습니다. 저는 피사 아카이빙 부서의 부장 채사라입니다.
Okay, so she's that head manager, but is this the voice we heard talking to Don in the beginning? I feel like it's slightly different, but this might be because there was some sort of filter over the voice.
아카이빙 부서? 뭔가 기록하는 일이라도 하는 건가?
I'm gonna keep listening. I feel like it would be weird if that initial voice was Angela, because, like Hermit already said, Angela's and Roland's story is over for the most part. I doubt we'll be seeing them again, at least in Limbus company than ourselves. What it means that Dawn and Mersault get set ego, who knows? Honestly, I'm all up for Mersault and Dawn being paired up. I love the gremlin and the just the passive giant. I love that shit. The tiny gremlin and the passive giant, or the no giving a shit giant, or the motionless giant, however you want to call it. Love that shit.
그렇다고 할 수 있죠. 다른 날개는 몰라도 피사에서는 꽤 중요한 부서랍니다.
그런 중요한 부서의 표정이 찾아왔다는 건?
A pathetic giant.
정말로 이
Yeah,
부서가
that's actually the best
필요한지.
word for it. Apathetic giant. Maybe I should really start reading those books. Might give me a good insight into the story of Limbus Company. Maybe even lets me enjoy it more. But who has time to read 12 books, right? Same. I can be pretty apathetic as well. But I try to fake my emotions from time to time because people are more comfortable that way.
틀린 말은 아니네요. 당신들 림버스 컴퍼니에 대한 이야기는 건너서 들려오더라고요.
I will say, however, I will be extremely honest about the fact that I do. For example, with my barber. I went to my barber, I think yesterday, might have been the day before. Days kinda sometimes flow together for me. But, you know, when it came to that topic, I was completely honest, being like, yeah, I am being nicer, not because I actually want to be nice, but because, you know, I want to make sure that you feel comfortable cutting my hair, because I don't want to have to shift barbers, because you don't want to do my hair? I don't fucking know what it's called, damn it. But yeah, it's a thing I have to do. Same when I go sword fighting and all the other social stuff. There are only a couple of people in this world I don't have to actually... I guess I usually call it being polite to, but it's yeah, being polite to, I guess.
뭐라더라? 황금가지라는 것만 얻을 수 있다면
I feel like I might have overshared that, but it's fine.
성공시켜내고야만은
I'm imagining you guys won't care.
틀린 말은 아니지만.
To be fair, death doesn't really have the same meaning to these guys. I mean, technically Dante, it has the same meaning, because when he dies, it sticks. And I imagine that even though the sinners don't actually die, it's still not pleasant to be killed. And well, Virgilus is Virgilus. I'm pretty sure that aside from maybe an Arbiter and other color fixers, he ain't gonna be killed anytime soon. Would be cool if we get to see the purple tear at some point, though. I've actually seen Leviathan, or read part of Leviathan. The part that was actually translated, damn it. And it would be cool to see the purple tear at some point. She did seem to have some more plans beyond Library of Runa, so... Ooh, maybe she is gonna be the next antagonist or something like that. I'm still thinking that Carmen is gonna be the main antagonist of all of Project Moon stuff, but I could see the Purple Tear taking a secondary role. You know, being the physical presence that Carmen can be, because she is whatever she is at this point. Hey, she's actually making it sound pretty impressive, huh?
바로 그것이네. 본인과 동료들은 수많은 역경과 죽음을 각오하며 무수한 악들을 처단해냈지.
The other sinners were more confused than impressed by her description, but it was clear from Don Quixote's practically twinkling eyes that she was immensely infatuated by it.
이쪽에서도 이번 의뢰에 대한 대략적인 내용은 전달받았습니다. 다양한 해결사들이 모여 수차례나
Urban
토벌을
Nightmare. What
시도하고
level was that again?
도시 악몽급 사건이 있다.
Via the cut ending of lore, after the final update, we can assume Lori sets up a new association for distortions. Interesting. Is that why she... Wait, is that why she protected Tom Mary after they got transported back into the city? Talk about a shitty hand dealt, by the way. Seriously, everybody else is just fine, but Tom Mary still stays Tom Mary. Like, damn. The story of Lovedown really is just a sad fucking story, isn't it? No clue. Eugen level. Okay, Eugen level. That's actually pretty good.
맞아요.
해결사들이 올 때마다 선수, 부장식이나 되는 당신 같은 사람이 마중 나와 줄 리는 없었을 테고.
I feel that Eugen level is slightly above average, right? Like, Eugen wasn't weak. Not Color Fixer level by far, but, you know, if you put it in the levels of Lobotomy Corporation at this point, I'd probably say about 60-ish. Maybe slightly below, so maybe between 50 and 60. Which makes sense because the Sinners are able to become level 50 at this point. Right? That makes sense.
네, 그것 또한 맞습니다.
Even though I think the She Association IDs kinda suck at this point.
더군다나 공식적인 자리도 아닌 곳에서 의뢰를 전달한다는 건 우리에게 원하는 게 도시 악몽의 토벌뿐만이 아니라.
So... Oh, Tom Mary is a flesh golem made by the Blood Red Knight, a blood fiend, so... Wait, I feel like they wouldn't count as abnormalities now that I think about it. I don't feel like Tom Mary counts as an abnormality. Do blood fiends even count as abnormalities? I'm pretty sure they don't. They were before the whole distortion effect happened. So I feel like they wouldn't. Tom Mary is more like a blood bag. Yeah, blood bag that got fucked over fairly hard. Oh, you know, that actually means that Tom Mary would never even be able to be transformed back, right? That's pretty sad.
그 이상의 뭔가를 해내주었으면 하는 기대가 느껴지는군요. 아까 말한 대로 죽음까지 불사하면서 뭔가를 해줄 것이란.
I really like her design. The whole black hair and skin-tight black bodysuit with yellow gold highlights really fits. Yeah, for Tom Mary, the suffering never ends. Fucking hell. I feel so bad for them. They just wanted to be with each other. Jeez. For start, we stared in dumbfounded silence as Virgilus effortlessly cut through the hoops to get to the core of the contract.
맞아요. 토벌 대상이 있는 위치 어딘가에 황금가지라는 게 있다고 해요. 이건 당신들 쪽에서 우리에게 먼저 연락을 취해서 말한 정보죠. 처음에 그 연락을 받았을 때 얼마나 황당했던지. 황금가지가 뭐냐는 말에도 정확하게 대답을 해주지도 않고 정확한 좌표는 당신들 인원이 직접 그 구역으로 들어가야지만 알 수 있다고 하고 난 장난 전화인 줄 알았다니까요.
Wait, if Limbus Company does their business that way, how the hell are we even here?
하지만 그 순간 결코 거절하지 못할 제안도.
Is Limbus Company actually super rich or something like that? I know that the other teams actually have a really high budget, but is Limbus Company actually a surprisingly big deal? Not wing level clearly, but still.
장담하는데 당신들 회사에는 정보 수집력이 어마어마하게 대단한 정보원이나 유능한 정보 부서가 있을 거예요.
Interesting. Okay, how do I pronounce this name? Cesara. I'm gonna go with Cesara. Cesara let out a deep sigh and leaned against the wall, her shoulders slumping slightly.
그래서 토벌해야 되는 게 정확히 어떤 건데요?
I think there's a little push and pull, enough cash, but there's also seem to be leverage from under the table deals or using reputation from Virtuous. If we make the reasonable assumption the old guard of Blood Fiends are not distortions, then Elena, the Blood Red Knight, being part of the distortion crew would make her a Blood Fiend squared. Well, not everybody in the distortion crew initially was a distortion, right? No, actually, thinking. No, all of them had distorted to some extent. Yeah, all of them had distorted to some extent. Wait, I'm pretty sure was 8 o'clock circus a distortion? They were a urban nightmare if I wasn't mistaken, but does that count as being a distortion? A blood fiend who distorted into a form similar to Nosferatu. Yeah, I feel like Ellen wasn't a distortion until she distorted at the end of Library of Runa. So she was a blood fiend and a distortion. So yeah, in my initial assessment that blood fiends aren't distortions should still be valid.
여러 해결사가 모인 걸 보면 지난번처럼 지구에서 탈출한 환상체라도 어딘가에 돌아다니고 있는 건가요? 혹은 뒤틀림이라거나.
Sarah wordlessly stared at Ishmael as she began to rapid fire her list of questions.
설명. 그러니까 환상체나 뒤틀림이라는 건 일종의 괴물 같은 건데요.
차라리 그런 것이었으면 더 좋았을 뻔했을 텐데요.
Something had caught my eyes immediately after we arrived at this place. The missing person flyers. Countless flyers, each in search of a different person, rotate through the pillars inside the stations. Ooh, so people are going missing. Looks like people of P Corp are randomly going missing in no discernible age or gender pattern. And from DD there is a new hive of people who distorted into bloodfiends-like creatures. And from DD there is a new hive of people. So Sarah realized that we were staring at the wall of missing person flyers began.
전단지가 떼어지지 않고 종이가 너덜거릴 때까지 붙어 있다는 건 여전히 그들이 집으로 무사히 돌아오지 않고 있다는 뜻이죠.
I'm guessing that they have either been eaten by the blood fiends or have been turned into blood bags.
토벌해야 하는 건 개체가 아니라 현상인가?
행복한 미소가 꽃피는 곳. 옛 이야기 속의 놀이공원 라만차랜드죠.
라만차 랜드.
I wonder if that's a reference to Don Quixote's book. Also, I do really like her design. I don't know why. It's pretty simple so far.
집계가 된 실종자만 현재 수십여 명. 아마 실제로는 그 이상이겠죠. 2달 전 피사 뒷골목에서 나타난 이 라만차랜드에 입장한 방문객들은 오늘까지도 대부분 퇴장하지 못하고 있습니다.
Why would you ever willingly go to a theme park that just appears inside the back streets? If I lived in the city or in the back streets, I would just stay clear of anything that seems even slightly suspicious. I choose life, thanks.
실종? 오로지 즐거움만이 가득해야 마땅한 놀이동산에서 어찌 그런 일이...
제게 할당된 직원들만으로는 처리가 불가능했어요. 생긴 지 사흘 만에 도시 질병을 부여받고 지금은 도시 악몽이 되었죠.
하지만 도시의 별도 아니고 도시 악몽 정도라면 피사가 자력으로 해결 가능한 수준이라고.
Let's see, from the warp event, we can assume due to various status weaknesses of blood fiends and them being widespread, we are probably working with a system like vampire. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Where they keep themselves hidden to some extent. They even have the whole generation thing going for them. Where Dawn is a second generation, and if you know World of Darkness, you know how big of a deal it is to be a second generation. So even if that is just even slightly equivalent, then Dawn is a really big deal.
그게 다른 부서에서는 그리 주목하지 않는 현상이라 전투 부서의 정규 직원들이 투입되지 않았거든요.
And potentially different clans of blood fiends with minor, slightly different weaknesses. I'm not sure if they're gonna go that far, but it would be cool. I've always loved the whole masquerade aspect of the World of Darkness.
왜 피사에서는 그들을 투입시켜주지 않은 겐가?
Because they don't care. Don Quixote was now completely and emotionally invested in the gripping tale of tragedy that our client was sharing. Cesara seemed to be enjoying Don Quixote's excessive, almost theatrical
이
reaction.
현상이 나타난 장소가 뒷골목이니까요. 둥지였다면 당장이라도 압착 부서의 정예 요원들을 배치했을걸요.
Ah.
그쯤 하시죠, 제사라 부장. 그게 다는 아니지 않습니까? 당신의 직책이라면 타 부서 직원을 투입해달라는 협조 요청은 일도 아니었을 것이고.
I like how Virgilus is just cutting through the bullshit.
림버스 컴퍼니를 선택한 이유는 따로 있지 않습니까?
네네. 나 참 못 이기겠군요. 알겠어요. 자백하겠습니다. 저희 부서의 목적은 라만차랜드를 없애는 것이 아닙니다.
It's to research it. Huh?
자, 당신들은 곧 다른 해결사들과 함께 라만차랜드로 향하게 될 것입니다. 한 가지 조언을 드리자면 당신들이 황금가지를 찾으러 왔다는 사실을 다른 해결사들이 알게 하지 마세요. 황금가지라는 미지의 것이 어딘가에 숨겨져 있다고 섣불리 밝혔다간 해결사들에겐 또 다른 보상으로 여겨질 수도 있으니까요. 괜히 저들을 자극하지 말라는 소리죠. 물론 눈치껏 저희 부서의 목표가 라만차랜드의 토벌이 아니라는 것도 함구하는 게 좋겠죠?
한마디로 피사와 림버스 컴퍼니 서로가 원하는 것을 조용히 얻고 처리하자는 소리.
I feel like it's still weird that she's telling us all this. I feel like if you wanted this to keep a secret, you could have just maybe told Virgilus, but that's about it.
정리가 깔끔하시네요.
너무 얕잡아 보지 말도록. 그렇게 멍청하게 기밀을 나불거릴 자가 우리 중에 있을 수도 있나.
이제 슬슬 본론으로 향하는 게 어떻겠습니까? 이곳에 오래 서 있을수록 시선만 많아질 뿐이니.
그렇네요. 라만차랜드로 들어가 그곳을 최초로 만들어낸 무언가 혹은 누군가를 찾은 뒤
누군가?
무언가일 수도 있다. 정보가 너무 적군. 생물인지 무생물인지도 알 수 없는 것인가.
단순히 라만차랜드를 없애는 걸로 끝나는 게 아니라 만든 사람이 필요한 이유는 뭔가요?
Sisra's eyes twinkled for a brief moment as they lingered on Sinclair. Ooh, somebody be liking Sinclair a little much.
왜 그러시나요?
그런 질문을 감히 할 거라는 생각조차 하지 못해서 오히려 말문이 막혔달까요? 제가 당신들에게 황금가지를 왜 찾아 헤매고 있냐는 질문을 하지 않았던 것처럼. 뭐 굳이 숨길 만한 내용은 아니지만요. 굳이 말씀드리자면
She seems to be having way too much fun with this.
묻기 위해서죠.
맞는 말이지. 그런 극악무도한 짓을 저지른 자에겐 마땅한 처벌이 내려져야 하는 법.
그리고 겸사겸사 다른 부서들을 제칠 만한 성과를 올려서 간만에 승진하면 더 좋고요.
어차피 우리가 받아들이냐와는 관계없이 윗선과는 이야기가 다 끝난 사항이겠지.
만약 우리가 그곳을 직접 없애버리는데 성공한다고 쳐도 그 요상한 놀이공원을 만든 놈을 너희에게 안 데려오고 그땐 어쩔 거냐?
Heathcliff spoke crassly, but it was a reasonable question. After all, there was also a chance that we could fail to bring the culprit here, even if we wanted to.
당장 손에 넣을 순 없겠지만 황금가지라는 걸 우리 쪽에서도 차차 연구를 해보기 시작하겠죠.
갖고 오지 않으면 앞으로 우리의 것을 빼앗을 수도 있다는 말이군.
물론 데려온다면 굳이 그런 불확실한 걸 연구할 필요는 없겠죠. 그리고 지금이야 라만차랜드가 도시 악몽에 머무르고 있다 해도 그 위험도의 성장세가 가파르다 보니 도시 곳곳에서 조금씩 주목받고 있어요. 지금 이 순간에도 여러 해결사들이 라만차랜드의 토벌을 위해 도시 전역에서 모이고 있기도 하고.
라만차 랜드를 토벌할 사람들은 우리 말고도 많다는 건가요?
돈과 명예를 원하는 자들은 언제나 마르는 법이 없죠. 어쩌면 그 해결사들도 조만간 황금가지라는 곳에 관심을 가질 수도 있을 거예요. 값진 것이 있으면 단내를 풍겨오기 마련이니까.
다른 세력이나 해결사가 눈독 들이기 전에 조용히 거래하자는 거군요.
이번에도 이야기의 핵심을 잘 파악하네요. 맞아요. 다행인 일이죠. 서로가 찾고 있는 게 아직까진 서로에게만 가치 있다고 판단하고 있으니까. 그래서 당신들도 황금가지에 대해 말을 아끼는 거고, 저희도 라만차랜드를 만든 무언가에 대해서 입조심을 하는 거죠.
타다. 아는 놈이 많을수록 정보는 가치를 잃지.
In my tired state, I just cooked up a quick crackpot theory about La Mancha land that I will state later on. Yeah, sure. As long as you don't spoil anything that is that I haven't seen yet, I'm fine with it.
그럼 그렇지. 난 또 기념품이라도 챙겨주는 줄 알았잖아. 괜히 따로 부른 게 아니었네.
당신들에게 거는 기대가 커요. 죽음까지도
That's never a good sign.
분들이잖아요.
She keeps saying that. This is what every single one of our contracts has been like. Our stability and safety go out the window the moment a mission begins in earnest. By later on, I mean right at the end of the canto. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get to the end of the canto, I'll be honest. I usually stream for about an average of 2 hours, and if there are 20 missions in this part of the canto, I'm not sure if will get there. Shit. Already 1 hour, Jesus. I've only done 2 things yet. I'll grow to accept this as an inevitability, but I do know that this is probably not the right way. We're getting some growth for the manager. One of the things I really like about Limbus Company is that the main character actually feels like a character of themselves. 19 nodes. Okay, well, no way I'm gonna make that in 2 hours, so we're gonna be doing this canto for a while, I imagine. Amidst the dull and resigned eyes of the other sinners, Don Quixote's eyes alone burned with passionate fire.
제사라 부장이시여, 믿어주시게. 꼭 이 돈키호테와 림버스 컴퍼니의 동료들이 라만차랜드를 없애고 실종된 사람들까지 구해내리다.
So is La Manchaland a reference to something? That is what I would like to know. I feel like it would be. This seems like something that they would name after something in Don Quixote's book.
그 간악한 라만차랜드의 창조자 또한 데려올 테니 부디 모두를 대신하여 엄벌에 처해 주시게.
어머나, 그거 참 안심이 되는 말이네요. 웬만한 해결사들보다 더 믿음직스러운걸요?
이 돈키호테! 자네를 위해 용맹하고 명예롭게 싸워서 피사의 전당에 이름을 남기리라.
Don Knight of the... Oh, alright. Don Quixote was bouncing up and down like she was preparing to stand at Ceresa's beck and call. Cesara's beck and call.
그만.
그 짧은 시간에 사람 하나 다루는 법을 정확하게 간파해냈군.
저 녀석이 너무 쉬운 거 아니냐?
자, 그럼 슬슬 이동할까요?
떠나세! 자, 안내해 주시겠는가?
안타깝지만 안내는 없어요. 저는 여러분들이랑 같이 갈 수 없는걸요. 여기 종이에 적힌 장소로 가주시면 됩니다.
어째서인가? 자네 혼자서만 가면 모험이 촉촉할 터인데.
당연하잖아요. 온갖 해결사들이 모여있다는 곳에서 우리가 저 부장이랑 같이 들어가면 순식간에 인기 스타가 될걸요.
응. 우리랑 피사가 모종의 연결고리가 있다는 냄새를 바로 맡게 되겠지. 인기 스타. 좋지 않을까?
돈키호테,
이 말했듯이 꼭 하나만 있지 않다는 걸 슬슬 할 때가.
현장은 뒷골목에 있으니 통행권을 나눠드릴게요. 당분간 피사의 뒷골목과 둥지를 자유롭게 오갈 수 있는 특수 업무 비자입니다.
역시 이런 걸 나눠줄 정도면 작거나 힘이 없는 부서는 아닌 것 같은데 말이죠.
I was gonna lie, we're looking at maybe 1-2 nodes a stream due to your 2-hour time limit. Yeah, that's gonna be a thing. It really depends. I might stream a bit longer. Not today, because I do actually have something else I need to do today, but depending on how things go, I might stream a bit longer on other days, just so that we can actually get through the Canto in a timely manner. Also, I imagine that not every node is gonna be a wall of text, right? Don't get me wrong, I love Limbus' story, but these nodes take the longest. So if, let's say, 10 out of the 19 nodes are story, then 9 of them are fighting, and fighting only takes what, maybe 5 minutes every Canto? 5 minutes every node, so I feel like we'll go through it faster than you think. Sinclair was still quietly suspicious, but that small doubt was practically buried in the brief commotion that followed as sinners gathered in front of Cesera to receive their visas. I'm hoping to do at least some combat in this stream, so. Alright. There is a sword, so there is gonna be some combat.
싱싱한 풀이 보이네.
Ooh, well, that's different. That is different. Cesara's directions led us to an empty lot in the back streets.
뭐야 여기?
I actually really like this background. It really shows you the difference between the nests and the back streets. The hell is this now?
뒷골목은 보통 건물들이 뒤지게 빽빽하게 마련인데 왜 여기만 텅 비어 있어?
그러게. 뒷골목에서 이 정도의 땅을 놀리는 건 흔치 않을 텐데.
이유는 모르겠지만 건물에 현수막도 여기저기 붙어 있네요.
너희는 현장을 보고 있도록. 나는 잠시 파우스트 씨와 함께 담당자를 만나고 오지. 그때까지 얌전히.
Those red eyes, though. Ooh.
아니, 큰 사고까진 가지 말도록.
여부가 있겠는가?
He's giving up on the slim hope that we won't be getting into any trouble without him.
자, 그럼 안으로 들어가 볼까?
The empty lot was surrounded by all kinds of warning signs and perimeter tapes, deterring anyone from haphazardly wandering inside. And when we reached out to grab the tapes to duck under them,
Hey!
ooh, our first fight. Are we gonna? Where's the enemy gonna be? A voice rang out, stopping us in our tracks.
네?
잘
모르는 것 interesting.
같아서 하는 말인데.
Overdramatic fixer, so he's a fixer.
보면 안 돼요, 안 돼. 저도 그렇고 여기 모여 있는 사람들은 해결사거든요. 해결사. 여기는 일반인들이 함부로 있으면 안 되는 작전
Oh yes, no,
구역이에요.
clearly we are civilians, because civilians carry halberds around, right? And are all in similar suits, clearly from a dissimilar group. Clearly we are clearly we are civilians.
잠깐만. 뭐죠? 왜 저만 쳐다보면서?
오! 우리를 걱정해 주는 것인가? 괜찮네. 괜찮아. 비록 아직 해결사는 아니지만 정의를 위해 목숨을 불사하고 싸운다는 그 마음만큼은 모두가 매한 가지지.
Yes, civilians have weapons. Don Quixote confidently leaps over the warning tape and scampered into the empty lot.
여기가 뭐 하는데 이제 알고 들어오는.
자네들처럼 우리 또한 의뢰를 받았다네. 라만 차례인데 토바르의 말일세.
Crowd of fixers. I could practically hear everyone in the empty lot turning around to look at us. yeah, well, civilians have weapons, but, you know, do they look like they're from the same group? The looks on their eyes could hardly be described as friendly. In fact, their alarm at our arrival was palpable. That's when one of the fixers wielding a massive weapon strode in our direction.
너희도
Ooh, hello.
사냥하러 온 놈들이라고.
What kind of weapon is he does he have?
아이고, 그러고 보니 무기 점검하는 걸로 잊어버렸네. 이럴 때가 아니지. 얼른 가서.
The obnoxious guy, who was clearly way in over his head, hurried away when the giant of a fixer stormed his way into the conversation. Hammer, ooh. And the other fixers shook their heads as though they knew what was about to happen. I'm guessing this guy is gonna be one of the IDs later on. I feel like he is. His design is interesting enough for that to be the case.
딱 봐도 협회 출신은 아니고 이름도 안 알려진 어중간한 사무소에서 온 모양인데 대체 몇 명이 더 기어들어오는 거지? 어중이 떠중이가 늘어나는 걸 보니 네 놈들이 기대하는 토벌 금액도 계속 줄어들었어. 나중에
온지 얼마나 됐다고? 시비 거는 놈이 벌써 2명이냐?
옷에는 송곳니 사냥 사무소라고 써있긴 하다만 송곳니 사냥이라 하면
너희 실제로 본 적은 있나?
Oh, I'm guessing that. Oh, I kind of felt that this guy had Castlevania vibe. So he's a vampire hunter. That's pretty cool. Yes, trailers came out yesterday. Hong Lu Fang hunting office. Huh. Wouldn't have expected Hong Lu to be the one to get this guy, but
무엇을 말인가?
I ain't complaining.
혈귀.
혈귀? 이것과 혈귀가 관련이 있다는 건가요?
이 임무에 혈귀가 연관되어 있다는 것은 전달받지 못한 사실이었다. 이거 봐. 이놈들도 제대로 아는 것도 없이 들어왔잖아. 난 너희같이 돈만 보고 아무것도 모른 채 득달같이 달려드는 놈들을 보면 부하같이 밀어. 혈귀 사냥을 방해하는 것도 모자랐어. 장뜩 돋아진 내 흥까지 쉽게 만들거든.
아니 왜? 돈만 보고 오는 게 잘못인가?
로자 씨, 아마도
Can you guess what status the Fang hunting office applies? Well, the obvious one would clearly be bleed, so I'll guess that, but I'm guessing that that is, well, I'm guessing that it's bleed, but I am also guessing that that would be too obvious. Maybe something that works against bleed, so, well, poise, maybe? I don't know. Would it be, I'm gonna say bleed, but secondary poise, maybe?
그래. 이 사건 자체에 특별한 의미를 부여하는 자들이군.
Okay, what's the status
단순히
then?
돈으로 움직이는 자들보다 골치 아픈 유형이지.
혈귀를 상대하는 게 뭔지 알지도 못하는 놈들과 같이 임무를 수행할 마음은 없다.
다 커.
Alright, oh, we're gonna fight these guys. Shut the fuck up.
무시하려고 해도 궁금해서 되물어보게 되는군. 뭐라고 했지?
That's what I always imagine when Ryoshi says STU something. I forgot what the last letter was.
닥쳐라.
Oh, okay, yeah.
가득한 새끼.
Ooh, Sinclair's getting angry. Shows why Cromer was so interested in you becoming one of the one who grips. Come on, Sinclair, kill those fuckers.
닥쳐라, 허접. 이어.
이번엔 속마음이 좀 더 들어가신 모양이네요.
하지만 그런 단축도 마음에 드는건.
아무튼 저희도 혈기라면 많이는 아니지만 나름 상대해봤고 당신들한테 무시받을 사람은 한 명도 없어요.
I like that Sinclair is actually standing up for himself. Good job, Sinclair.
적어도 전투에서만큼은.
Proud mom Ryushi over Charles Sinclair. Absolutely love that. Yes.
혈기와 싸워본 경험은 있다는 건가? 그럼 솜씨 한번 볼까? 어줍지 않은 놈들인지 진짜 사냥꾼들인지.
Mate, I'll kick your ass.
토벌하러 들어가기도 전에 여기서 힘 빼야 돼? 다 허락받고 왔다니까.
너무 걱정은 마라. 팔다리 정도만 적당히 부러지게 만들어주지. 딱 집으로 돌아가고 싶어질 만큼. 집으로 돌아가는 열차를 타면서 우리에게 고마워해라. 혈귀에게 비참하게 피를 빨아먹히는 것보다는.
Alright, let's kick their asses. If 3 plus skill of the same sin are in direct succession, absolute oh, that's for absolute resonance. In the book, Ryoshi is from, I believe, Ryoshi's... In the book, Ryoshi is from, I believe, Ryoshi's daughter gets burnt alive in a carriage and Ryoshi draws it, then hangs himself. Jesus. Okay, I might want to fucking read that book. Jesus. Alright, let's see. Oh, Rupture and Fragile. Huh. Okay, so, oh, that... If this unit has bleed, lose 2 bleed. Okay, so... Interesting. So, Rupture and Fragile. Huh. When hit by an attack, take fixed damage by the effect potency. Huh. Hellscream. Huh. Alright, well, let's see which one we should be prioritizing here. So, this one has a max 16. That's actually kind of terrifying. This one has a max 10. This one is a defense, so we don't care. And that one is a max 10. So this is probably the most dangerous one right now, especially because it inflicts a fragile. The office cleans blood from themselves and anti-blood faint. Let's see what their models look like, actually. Ooh, they all have okay, they're all using hammers. Okay, interesting, interesting. They're all using hammers and basically look the same as this guy. Only real difference is how they're holding their hammers. Alright, alright. I can dig it. I can dig it. So, we're gonna have a Rupture ID with Hang Lua. Alright, this is gonna be the toughest one. We all have 0 sanity, so do we have anything that can reasonably stand up to a 16? Hang Lu is the second ID from the banner. What's the other ID gonna be? Wait, unless it's spoiler. Don't tell me if it's spoiler. Alright, anything that could reasonably hit the 16. Okay, well, this one could, but he does have a lower... He does need more coins to get there, so... More than likely, no. 14. Could hit the 16, but again needs more coins to get there, and you don't have to charge for that coin power up, which is unfortunate. Dang it, I don't think I have anything that can reasonably actually defeat this thing. That's unfortunate. Actually, this one would be a 17. Let's see, consume zero, if the unit consumes charge count. I guess this is our best option, but it's a 3 damage, so we can't actually do that. That's unfortunate. Hey, I'm curious, have you played Lobotomy Corp? I have played both Lobotomy Corp... Wait, I'm playing... yeah, no, I've played Lobotomy Corporation, Library of Runa, and Limbus Company. I've played all of them. How so? I've actually streamed both Lobotomy Corporation and Library of Runa. It's a while back, and there's nothing on my YouTube on it, because I wasn't streaming on YouTube at that time. I'm actually started to stream... Oh, I can't even decide which one will clash with which one. I forgot, this is a human fight, damn it. I just... Oh cool, I've been meaning to ask something. Sure thing. I'm not the most knowledgeable, but I do know a decent amount, I'd say. Alright, well, I guess we're just doing this. We're just gonna do my baby win rate and see what happens. The 3-star IDs for Otis won't say what it is. Thank you for not spoiling anything. I appreciate that immensely. Alright, yeah, this is fine for the most part. I'm a bit worried, but we will get through this. I highly doubt I'm gonna die in the first fight, am I right? I should try getting some more boxes so that I can get multi-cracked Faust though. I feel like W Faust is falling a bit off, and her sin affinities, or not sin affinities, her skill affinities aren't entirely working with my egos. Mainly Fluid Sac, but also, for example, Telepult, so... Okay, the game is like Lobotomy Corp is designed to be ran in circles. Is it wise to save core suppression for when you get all the observations done? Okay, wait, so the game is like Lobotomy Corp is designed to be ran in circles. Is it wise to save core suppression for when you get all the observations done to gain research and ego to make future circles easier? I've done a core suppression yet on purpose. Okay, are you talking about Lobotomy? So, are you talking about Lobotomy Corporation? Because if you're talking about Lobotomy Corporation, what I would recommend doing is just to do as much... Okay. Okay, so when it comes to, how do you call it, like the loops, right? You retain your ego, so it is best to just try and observe as much as you can from each abnormality whenever you get there. And then just slowly build that up until you have basically every abnormality fully researched. Because if you want to go for the 100% ending, which I honestly don't recommend doing, just go on YouTube and look at it, because that 100% ending broke me. But if you want to go for the 100% ending, you want to basically research every abnormality 100%. And when it comes to department suppressions, do them as quickly as you can. I played Age of Mythology back then, so I pick up on that. Save. But yeah, so just the core suppressions you just do immediately, I'd say. Just do the core suppressions immediately. That's my advice. Fun fact, Teleport Faust passive is anti-synergetic for multi-crack Faust. Really? Faust passive, lower charge consumption, multi-Faust needs to consume charge to gain potency. Yeah, I am not planning to use Teleport Faust. I have Teleport Dawn, but I usually just use Fluid Sac on that slot for Faust. But yeah, does that answer your question, Dalton? I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. But yeah, those core suppressions are gonna get pretty damn hard, and you don't want to do them just in one loop, I'd say. If you get just a little bit done every loop, you'll be fine. If you want to get the true ending, you'll have to do every core suppression anyway. And I remember at one point, if I'm not mistaken, it's almost impossible to get all the core suppressions in one go the first time you go through. Almost impossible. It might be possible, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's really difficult. Because I remember basically having everything set up pretty damn perfectly. But then realizing that I couldn't do the... Which one was it? The Iron? No. I don't remember which core suppression it was, but... it's the white guy, you know, that new Iron. He got an H in his name. Fuck. Oh, fuck. I don't want to spoil Lobotomy for you, though. Shit. I didn't spoil anything, right? Holy shit. Cool. But yeah, just do all the core suppressions, is what I'm trying to say here. Just immediately. Hokma, yeah. But yeah, did I answer your question? I hope so. Let's see, this is fine. Also, I don't really have to pay that much attention to the fight. But yeah. Damn, rabbit. You're one of those day one egos that just won't quit. You and W Dawn are just insane. It's crazy that you can imagine that something like W Mersolve and W Dawn are similar. Yeah, do enjoy your run of Lobotomy Corporation. As much as this game frustrated me to no end, it was extremely fun to play, but I do personally think that Lobotomy Corporation is a game you 100% only want and then you're kinda done with it for the most part. So enjoy this to the fullest, it's really fun. And I do think it adds a lot to your Let's Play of Library of Runa. Your playthrough of Library of Runa if you haven't played it yet. Yeah, because I had the plan of the first loop being entirely to learn the ropes and observation, the second loop and future loops is to a mix of both. For suppression and observation learning, I will. Yeah, no, it's gonna be great. Yeah. Keep me posted on your journey through this, because it's always fun seeing someone new getting into all of this. Like, genuinely, I think that Project Moon really... They make frustrating games, but they make them so satisfying too, especially to see play again, like seeing someone play them for the first time. I am almost done with both LobCorp and Runa at realization of Catherine Day 37. 97 Abno log. Damn, that's impressive, my dude. Like, I remember getting so frustrated with Lobotomy Corp that I could genuinely not finish it with streaming. I was just like, guys, I just can't anymore. I need to do this myself and just go through it. And honestly, I don't think if I had streamed it that I could have actually finished it with how frustrated I was at the end. Alright, let's see how long we've actually been streaming. Okay, yeah, no, we still have time for another one. Nice. Fuck, you have over 1,000 hours? My god. I think I only have... How much... Hold up, I'm gonna check on Steam how much hours I have in there. I'm a little curious. I'm a little curious how many hours I have in Lobotomy Corporation. Ooh, wait, is Metamorphosis available? Dang. Alright, I'll take that. Didn't know Metamorphosis came out today. Sweet. Metamorphosis is a new game from the makers of Project... Persona and stuff. Sort by hours played, yes. Okay, I only played Lobotomy Corporation for about 150 hours, so I am nowhere near on your level, friends. Then I don't even know how you would be able to play Lobotomy Corporation for that long. Holy shit. You must have repeated a much more than I. I could understand that gutting through that last suppression, because my god, that shit is stuff made of nightmares. If you can say one thing about Project Moon is that they do not make easy games. Well, Limbus Company. Limbus Company I have way more. Limbus Company I have about 400 hours, so still nowhere near you, but closer. Closer than you. Closer there. Alright, let's do another one.
싱싱한 풀이 보이네.
사실 이런 보모구실은 제가 아니라 세피라들의
I thought there was a story here.
관리자님도 알다시피 저는 언제나 수십 명의 몫을 해내고 있으니까요.
Yeah, I think Limbus Company is probably my second most played gacha game at this point. I'd say FGO still has it beat because I played a crap ton of it for a good while. But I do think that Project Limbus Company is gonna overtake it at some point because I'm just not really playing FGO anymore. Last season I ended beat fucking hell. I just literally do the bare minimum. I can't, like, how do you and Hermit do it, man? Like, every Limbus player I've met says, oh yeah, I just had a final pass level of like 1000 plus. And I just feel like, holy shit. Holy fucking shit, how are you people doing this? I would say it's impressive if I didn't think it would be mind-numbing. Frankly, I did play Runa first, never beat it though. I'll probably restart my playthrough. Wish I played Lobotomy Corp first, because I was under the impression I was like super difficult. I mean, the game is basically a massive knowledge check, so I'm on the fence on restarting Runa after Lobotomy to get a fresh lens. Also, didn't help a friend push me into Runa. Time management. That's nothing compared to the sweaty Japanese yeah, no, that's crazy. But yeah, so actually Hermit told me this, which I really... Wait, was it Hermit? I don't know. It was either Kuro or Hermit that told me this. But, so if you play Runa first, you are getting... you get the perspective of Roland, who doesn't know any of the backstory, and, you know, goes through the game like that, where if you've played Lobotomy first and got the true ending, you have the perspective of Angela, who knows everything and you know the reason of her. So, taking it like this, I don't think it would be a waste to play Library first, because it's just an entirely different experience. I am personally glad I played Lobotomy first, but I could see Library, playing Library first and then going for Lobotomy would work as well. I do 2-7 mirror dungeon runs a day. Fucking hell. I do like 2 mirror dungeon runs a week at most. Freaking hell. Freaking hell. By the way, don't do what I do with this gameplay, people. Don't do what I do. I just win rate That is not good Limbus company play. Yeah, that's not a bad first experience. That I think it was just a pushing that turned me off. I had no idea what to expect. Well, personally, I don't like being pushed into games myself. Usually what I do when I want a friend to really play a game is just that I'll introduce it to them, be like, hey, so I just saw this game that I think you'll really like, and then I'll showcase them a little bit, but aside from that, I just let it go. The only exception to that is Monster Hunter, where I will just, whenever I meet someone and I actually gel with them well, I'll be like, hey, go play Monster Hunter immediately. I've been doing that a whole lot less lately, because finally, after years of only playing, having played Monster Hunter solo, I finally had 2 friends that actually caved, and now I just play Monster Hunter with them whenever. They play Monster Hunter, but I want to start Runa now. Getting a Lobotomy Corp has sort of reignited an interest. Holy fuck, they mentioned Monster Hunter. They play Monster. Oh my god, am I the friend that forced Library of Runa on you? Oh my god. But Monster Hunter is actually really good. I would... If you... how can I explain it? So, Monster Hunter is a game that you'll enjoy if you... I'm trying to really go about what do I enjoy about Monster Hunter, and how can I properly explain to you guys what the charm of Monster Hunter is. So, if you enjoy the constant feeling of progression and improvement while fighting constant incredible boss fights, you'll enjoy Monster Hunter. If you enjoy the satisfaction of slowly getting better gear, you'll enjoy Monster Hunter. If you enjoy a sort of carefree vibe, where gameplay is the main focus, you'll enjoy Monster Hunter. That's probably the best way I can explain it right now. I've never really been good at really sharing my thoughts on these type of things. I have to spend like 2 days writing them down before I can actually get something concrete, but seriously, Monster Hunter is amazing. It's one of my favorite franchises ever. At this point, it is part of my core 3 franchises, which is Type Moon, Dragon Quest, and Monster Hunter. Project Moon is slowly wheedling its way in there, but Trifecta sounds better than Quartet, so. Is one of Renga weapons are based off MA? I don't know if Renga's weapons are based off MH. I don't really know what you mean by Renga, to be honest.
야, 이 정도면 혈기 들이고 먹어 죽사발 만들 조건은 되냐?
You twit.
그래, 이 정도면 인정할 수밖에 없지.
Mate, we kicked your ass. Oh, hey, hello.
괜찮은 놈들이 왔는데. 제 몫을 할 줄 아는 해결사는 언제나 환영이지.
Does this guy have the same voice actor as Heathcliff? Or am I just hearing things? I feel like they sound really similar.
이제 보니 너희 전에 워프 승강장 앞에서 떠들던 개들이구나. 되게 바빠 보이던. 아, 나는 로메로야.
Are you guys hearing this? Is this the same voice actor as Heathcliff?
일행이 싸우는데 뒤에서 구경하고 있었던 건가?
Romero is a reference to a IRL movie maker, George A. Romero, an American-Canadian filmmaker and basically the person who gave birth to zombie movies. The term zombie comes from the movie Night of the Living Dead, and they changed the title last minute to Night of the Living Dead and forgot the copyright tag in the opening, so that's why the term zombie is public domain. I'm glad that the term zombie is public domain, otherwise everybody would be calling them the undead or the infected.
처음부터 구경했던 건 아니고 중간부터 봤어. 어차피 얘네들은 말려도 내 말을 잘 안 듣거든. 그리고 아까 보니까 쉽게 당할 실력도 아니길래 이해해줘. 나쁜 친구들은 아니야. 혈기들을 사냥할 때 온갖 일에 겪다 보니 조금 예민한 거지.
I'm gonna be so pissed if none of the Fang Hunt office uses a whip. You gotta use a whip if you're a vampire hunter, am I right?
이해하오. 그런 존재를 사냥하다 보면 많은 것에 의구심을 품을 수밖에 없을 테니.
사실 나도 얘들 의견에 부분적으로는 동의해. 토벌 상대에 비해서 피사와 하나 옆에서 내건 토벌 참가족과는 지나칠 정도로 분별력이 떨어져.
Oh, okay, so we're not gonna have the best fixers in this mission. The term superhero just became public domain. How though is the term superhero not public domain in general? I've seen other people use the term superhero before just a bit.
나였다면 그런 식으로 조건에 낮춰서 모집하진 않았을 거야.
I guess this is how it works, right? If enough people say, no, that's stupid, we're just gonna use this, then it's fine. It's similar to where a couple of streets back in a shopping street near me, there's this place where cars park, but it's actually not a parking lot. They should actually be fined for parking where they do. But enough people are just saying, no, this is a parking lot, so now it's straight up just a parking lot. Even when the police just moves by it, they just don't care. Because people would just complain if you give them tickets there. It was co-owned by Marvel and DC, I believe. Okay, but other people could use superhero, right? I feel like it's really stupid if superhero wasn't public domain. His friendly smile faltered slightly as he gestures around the empty lot.
저쪽 천막 주위를 둘러봐. 뭘 알고서 온 놈들이 있긴 하는지. 이런 건 전문가에게 맡기는 게 제일 안전했을 텐데 말이야.
Around the command tent, we all simultaneously turn to look at the large noisy tent. Oh my god.
저기 입구 쪽에서 싸움 난 거? 정말 난장판이지? 세상에. 내가 이런 놈들이랑 같은 일을 하면서 부대 끼고 있어야 된다는 거야.
Wait, did they just say chat? Wow, chat, is this for real? There was a huge brawl by the entrance. Like chat as in streaming chat, or am I just too much? You know what? I'm just gonna. Oh my god, yes. That would be something. Seriously, it would be hilarious if this guy's actually talking to chat.
저자는 또 뭐지?
In the distance, we saw some guy running his mouth and striking several extravagant, dramatic poses at the tiny. Oh my god, he actually meant chat as in chat. Oh my god. Streamers are canon in Limbus Company. Oh my god. I know, we all have experience with someone like him in the past. That guy reminds me of a certain someone. PM shots fired. You know what? I'm just gonna be happy and feel included by Project Moon. He ran around for a while, visiting every corner of the empty lot, trying to get every detail in the frame. That fucker is gonna die. He's either gonna be turned into a blood bag or he's gonna die. Dang, Siegfried, yeah.
이봐, 너희.
본인을 불렀는가?
좀 다른 데로 가줄래? 시청자들한테 방해가 되잖아.
Back, I'm curious, how does the backward clock work? The donator app, no. The backward clock donator app, no. What's its name? It's not ringing a bell. The backward clock donator app, no.
저희의 통행에도 방해가 되는데요. 그쪽이.
God, it's been so long since I played Limbus Company. Wait, do you actually know the name already, or the backwards clock? Hold up, I'm just gonna quickly look that up, because if I see a picture of it, I'll probably remember. Labot Corp backwards clock. Oh, that one. So basically, if you have a employee with high enough stats, you can basically reset the day. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's how it works. You can basically reset the day, but at the cost of that employee dying. I think that's what it is. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Also, I'm pretty sure that's a reference to Steingate, by the way, this abnormality. It's like Stream Transport Machine is based off of it, huh? Backwards clock is a wad that when wound up 5 times by level 5 nugget, resets the day to the most peaceful time. Yeah, basically. The employee gets erased from the timeline. Yeah, so basically you can reset the day, if I'm not mistaken, or like reset to a peacefuler time. Camel PM full broadside. Thanks for having a better explanation than myself. The employee gets erased from the timeline. Yeah, so you'll have to have a strong employee. If you just started Lobotomy Corporation, you're probably not gonna get it. But it can be a pretty good fallback plan if you are fighting something like Apocalypse Bird or something like that, which I don't consider a spoiler, because if he knows what Apocalypse Bird is already, then it wouldn't be a spoiler, and if he doesn't, then it wouldn't be a spoiler. They get Sonic 06 and erased from existence. Sonic 06 is firmly in the timeline, friend. Everybody still be talking about what is now almost 20-year-old game. Funny, evil, fucked up bird. I never actually used that anomaly. Fucking hell. Oh, fuck. Did it really have to be that fucking selfie stick? We live in a timeline where there's a selfie stick in a Project Moon game. Holy shit. If anyone below level 5 uses the clock, the 5 wind counter doesn't trigger. Yeah. Yeah, so that's how it works. Hope you can use it properly. I would recommend researching it. I'm pretty sure it's a pretty easy research. It doesn't really do anything aside of that. He whipped his attention back to the camera as though he was pretending not to hear what Ishmael said, or as if he decided that her words weren't worth entertaining.
지금 내가 어디 왔냐고? 너무 놀라지 마. 바로 피사가 있는 16구 뒷골목이지. 맞아. 지난번에 피사 150년산 아이스크림 반영구 통조림 후기 방송 다들 기억하지? 그런데 아쉽게도 오늘은 아이스크림을 먹으러 온 게 아니야.
저 양반은 아까부터 계속 뭐 하고 있는 거야? 누구한테 말을 하고 있는 건데?
I feel somehow attacked by this.
아마도 방송을 보고 있는 자기 시청자들한테 말하고 있는 것 같아요.
모종의 방송 호스트라는 느낌이 드는군. 최근 일부 도시에서는 카메라를 통해 간단한 방송을 송출하는 문화가 유행이라는 것 같다.
무례한 작자네. 꼬맹이, 너무 신경 쓰지 마.
오늘 정말
응?
경사스러운 날이 아닐 수 없고.
Gregor, the 35-year-old boomer. I'm pretty sure that someone that's 35 at this point in time would be considered a millennial. But, yeah.
저자는 3대 해결사 잡지 중 하나인 월간 해결사들 10월호에서 주목해야 하는 신인 해결사 12 중 한 명으로 뽑힌 서부 쉔크 협회의 까미우날이란 말일세.
Okay, wow, so he does have a name for himself.
누누이 말하는 거지만 그런 걸 아는 사람은
지난번에 버스에서 보여주기까지 했는데 아무도 듣지 않았다는 것인가?
Wait, does that mean that Faust is older than Gregor? Dang, I did not expect that. To be fair, apparently Otis is in her 50s, which I wouldn't have guessed in the slightest either.
미쳤냐? 그걸 듣게? 당연히 안 듣고 잤지.
Don says you eating good this season.
코빗길을 운행 중에
So is he
길고 긴
Dory?
말은 멀미를
Really?
일으켜 돈키호테 양.
The grumbling sinners clearly existed outside of Don Quixote's world. She was breathing very heavily, a look of admiration clear on her face. For some reason, we know Mersel's blood type is AB positive. Makes sense. I need all the info on Mersel's.
선수 인사까지 나누게 될 줄이야.
Of course, no one shook hands or exchanged the simplest pleasantries with Carmel just yet. Yeah. I'm guessing we're gonna have to fight him at some point. I kind of wonder how Mersal, because Mersal has his ID of Carmel, right? I'm a little curious to know how he will act in that ID. Like, I'm a bit curious on that. You can use Restream Bot or something, so we having YouTube message here. You can use Restream Bot or something. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna look into that before the next stream. Well, whenever I feel like it, more like. So you're saying it's Restream Bot. I'm gonna quickly do that. Hold up a second. Restream Bot. Restream Bot. I've just gotta see how I could like get all the messages. But yeah, so yeah, that's about it. Alright guys, well, it hasn't been entirely 2 hours. I feel like doing this story bit will actually put us over, so I'm just gonna call it here. Ayo, 75k lunacy. Yeah, I'm too poor. I can't afford anything because of it. I won't be able to afford anything. I'm basically just waiting for that one ego or ID to show up, you know? Basically, if there's a Angela ID, all this is going to that. All of this. All this is going to that. Mersault has funny passive dual livestream. Yeah, I might actually make a She Association team at some point because I do like their style. But yeah, so I'm gonna call it here today. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time, where hopefully we will be able to get to a bit more notes. I would have actually gone for longer today, but I do have D&D in a bit, so... In the book, Mersault attends his mother's funeral, shows no emotion, gets into a sexual relationship the next day, shoots the Arab man due to the sun the day after. Wow. Busy life. Yeah, so see you guys around, and hopefully see you next time.